Robin Slim Show.
Hi, babes. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we
Yes,
can.
Zariah. Is that how you pronounce it? Zariah?
Yes, Zariah.
Zariah Ora, transsexual adult entertainer from Denver, Colorado, correct?
Yes. Hi, babes.
How you
Hi.
doing?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you?
Pretty awesome, pretty awesome. How long has it been that been doing adult content?
So right now I've been doing adult content amateur-wise for 2+ years, but I've been doing it in the industry now for 3 months.
What how does that differ from doing it personally to doing it in the industry?
Oh my goodness, it's really different, having to do studio set work, working with some of like these big companies and studios. It's a lot, it's very intimidating. So when you're by yourself, you do it all alone and you're your own producer, your own editor, all that. So it's a big jump to give everyone else that control.
And how does it go from doing it on your own to doing it in the industry?
I mean, you just take that jump and like I got asked to do it by a producer who was interested in my work when they saw me doing like OnlyFans work and stuff like that. And I took the jump after a month. I kind of was like, ooh, I don't know if I'm ready. Jumped in December and debuted, I think, early January. And so, yeah.
Cool. That sounds awesome. And so, from what you say, it sounds like are there people that are scouting, like OnlyFans, for talents?
I mean, yeah, you guys know, I mean, Twitter's where it's at for all of this. So, they see your page, they reach out to you through DMs, comment on certain things. Also, like just showing that you're interested in it. I had already kind of mentioned I wanted to start it, and I just luckily got somebody to message me about it.
That's awesome. I was gonna say too, like I feel like, of course, it's gonna differ for everybody how long it takes, but like you said, Twitter, like just having that presence on there and having your content available is definitely a way to attract people.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
And how long have you identified as female?
So I've been transitioning for 15 months. I was identifying as gender fluid before that, so I was going by she, her, he, him, all of that. But I finally made the jump and started to really discover more about myself and figured out that really I just wanted to start transitioning, and I've been identifying as female ever since.
Okay, that's why it's so confusing with all the new terms. Like, it does get confusing at times. What was the
Yeah,
first thing you
there's a
said?
there's a bunch of different ones.
Yeah,
Gender fluid.
gender
So I
fluid.
was identifying, yeah, so it meant like certain times I felt more boy, certain times I felt more like a girl. So like I just kind of went with the flow on how I felt that day. And even still now, like I can still kind of dress a little bit more androgynous, but I don't look like a male, you know? So like I before it was like kind of the middle ground, and now I look and am a female, but I can still play with that little side of that masculinity.
Cool, cool. And as far as who you work with, do you prefer a certain sex or anything like that?
In my day-to-day life, I do prefer men, and so I wish I did work with more men, but I do work primarily with females, and other trans women, all types of females. And so, yeah, I mean, I love all genders. I love men, women, I love it, but I do prefer more masculine.
Is there a demand for you to work with certain sexes more than the other?
Yeah, more girl on girl.
Gotcha, gotcha. And I also on the whole subject, yeah, has your family been supportive?
Yeah, most of my whole family knows about it. I'm pretty sure my parents know, but they haven't really like open that box with me. But like my aunts, uncles, grandparents, my sisters, cousins, everyone knows, and they're all really supportive.
That's cool. That's super cool.
Yeah, I'm very fortunate.
Absolutely, absolutely. And can you tell us some of the people you've worked with and some of the your favorite people that you've worked with?
Oh my goodness. I want, well, one of my favorite people I've worked with is in Paradise. She is an amazing performer. She has been doing this for a little over a year now, with the studios I'm working with, and she's great. As well as I've worked with Luke Hudson. He's an amazing trans male porn star. In the big times, he's great, great friend. Also, Rodrigo Moore. He's been a wonderful person to work with for me. He's helped me a lot with my come up. And Austin Spears, he's been an amazing, amazing person as well in the community who's helped. So yeah, I've worked with some amazing, amazing performers already from the very jump. I've worked with nothing but the best.
That's awesome. And you mentioned Luke Hudson, trans male. That's female to male transition, right?
Yes.
Oh, that's super cool to have that kind of real relationship or working relationship with somebody like that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, actually, my partner, his name is Nicky Z. He's also a performer as well, and he's a trans male, as well. So I've worked with a good amount of trans males. Same with Austin Spears. He is too. So yeah, they're great men. They're great men.
Cool,
Great
cool.
performers.
Did you your name Zariah? It's super erotic. Is there any other names that you considered before picking that name?
Um, did I think I had like I was thinking of like Jimena, keep it a little bit more Hispanic since I am a Latina. So I was thinking of like Jimena, or I even thought of gosh, what was it? Oh my goodness, I can't even remember one of the other ones. Um it was a really weird moment when I tried to choose this name because I had been doing work as Xander, because I'd been doing this as a boy before. And so I kind of wanted to keep it similar. But the only other name that I popped out for me that I wanted to try was Jimena. That was different. And then I just ended up sticking with the Z. So I went with Zariah.
Nice. Yeah, it's an awesome name. It's like super original, I feel too.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't hear much other girls with the name out there. So I'm happy to be making a name of myself with it.
When I was prepping for the interview, I'm like, oh my god, I hope I'm gonna say this right because I didn't know if it was pronounced Zaria or Zariah.
Everyone always says Zariah, and I'm like, no, it's like Mariah, but with a Z.
That's why, like, I went back and I was like, oh my god, it's spelled like Mariah, so I'm gonna go with
Yeah,
Zariah.
exactly.
Cool.
I love that.
That's awesome.
Zarya sounds like a character out of like a fantasy RPG or something.
Well, I was thinking of that show. There was like an animated show in the '90s called Daria.
Oh,
so
okay,
like
right,
that,
Zarya,
that was the
Zarya,
first
yeah.
thing I thought of. But then just by how it was spelled, I was like, okay, I'm hoping it's Zariah, and I'm hoping I have it right.
I love that.
Oh, I was gonna ask too, Zariah. You have like super long hair. How long have you been growing that out?
Oh my goodness. I've been growing my hair for over 8 years, or about 8 years actually. It was a little bit longer, but it was really, I didn't know what to do with it. I didn't know how to take care of it. Just recently, within this last year, I finally learned to take care of my hair, and luckily I didn't ruin it completely, and so it's still very beautiful and taken care of. But before, I just did not know what I was doing. I was dyeing it all the time, and so I just would cut it a lot.
I was gonna
And
ask
finally I was
what.
like, let me grow it out. Let me grow it out.
I was gonna ask, like, if it was like super long. Like, I figured there wouldn't be any way that could hurt it at that point.
Anyway, what?
I didn't think like if it was a certain length that it could be ruined at all.
Oh my gosh, yeah, no, you have to take care of the hair. I was having a lot of split ends. I was dyeing it all the time. I was just like, yeah, I wasn't taking good care of it. But now I'm like conditioning it extra and doing these little leave-in conditioners and all this stuff. So now she's taking real good care of it.
Oh, I was gonna ask too. When you go to clubs and all, do you get hit on? Does that ever happen? And do people not realize that you're transsexual?
So it happens everywhere, all the time. I've worked in clubs for the last 4 years. So now going out as myself, not as a persona, like as like a drag persona that I used to do. Now men are like definitely seeing me as who I am. And yeah, I am fortunate to pass. A lot of girls have that unfortunate, side of having to deal with society, like not looking at them as who they are. But I've been very fortunate to pass in a way that society deems as feminine and female. So I'm
Yes,
happy about that.
because I've
And it
seen the
does happen a
pictures,
lot.
and you're definitely a babe. You're definitely a babe.
Thank you.
Do you have any upcoming projects you could tell us about?
Yes, so I am going to be going to LA next week to do a film as well with Devil's Film. So I'm really excited about that. That'll be my first time working with Jim Powers. So I'm really excited about that. I've been wanting to work with them for a while. And what else is going on? I have a few big debuts coming out with Groovy, which is super exciting. I'm going to have a virtual reality scene coming out, which is super, super awesome. It's my first bottoming scene in the studios. And I just shot last night my second bottoming scene with Groovy.
They seem to be pretty big. I think I saw some links that you tweeted.
Yeah, they're one of the biggest trans erotica sites. They've been around since '96. They're one of the biggest, one of the first.
I was gonna ask too, as far as transsexual porn, it just seems like anytime it's always the same couple guys. Is that true?
For the same guys that were like the cis men that are being worked, that are working with us, or
Yes, that do the work. Like it always just seems like it's the same one or two guys.
I guess yeah, I do. We do see a repetitiveness. There is still that stigma, of working with trans people that a lot of cis straight performers won't do because it makes them this, that, or the other, and it's unfortunate. They're the ones missing out on it. So, but you know that they're doing it behind closed doors. They just don't want to show it on camera yet.
Oh, that's great. I was gonna ask too, Zariah, what is your favorite sexual position or act?
My, oh, I love oral. I love oral. I love giving it. I love getting it. Yeah, especially my favorite lately. I've barely been sucking dick. I've been eating more pussy than anything, so it's been great.
Nice. Slim, do you have any questions?
No, I can't think of anything.
Slim looks like infatuated.
Send me the questions later, baby. Send me the questions later.
Yeah, I'll give you a call later.
Awesome.
Yes.
Oh, where are you right now, Zariah? You mentioned going to LA, and I as far as I know, are you in Denver right now?
No, I am in Vegas right now. I
Wow.
had like I said, I had a shoot yesterday. So I'm here in Vegas till the 8th, and then I'm going to LA.
What is your favorite place to work?
Definitely Las Vegas. I love coming to Vegas. I come here more than anything. So I'm here almost 2 times every month.
Nice. I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
I'm trying to make the move, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what would be your home away from home? Where would you settle? Would it be Vegas?
Yep.
Would it be LA?
Yeah, I think right now the move would be Vegas. I want to make my way to LA at some point, but I want to start off, the little buffer in between. Go to be in Vegas because it's so easy. There's so much work out here, and it's only a less than hour, like 38-minute flight, like our drive is 4 hours. It's easy, So I kind of want to start here. So I think here's next.
Yeah. Cool, cool.
Is there a bigger porn scene in Vegas versus LA?
Yeah, there's a huge scene here in Vegas. So a lot of the work is happening here. There is a big one in LA too, though, but I feel like it's a lot more condensed here, and it's like every other day, like, oh hey, like, can you film for this scene? So I really want to be around for that, you know?
Yeah, I was thinking
Yeah.
either that or even like live stage shows.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Wait, in porn
I wanna
there's
get more
live
into
stage
that.
shows?
Not
Oh,
porn,
I
but
was gonna
like
say, I don't know if that's
like burlesque
Burlesque.
type of things.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I do other performing too. Like I said, I did drag for 4 years, but now I'm doing more like showgirl style type performing, other than, going up there dressed in like, extraness. I'm doing more as myself, more body realness.
Cool, cool. Zariah, thank you so much for talking to us. It's been a blast.
No, thank you guys. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Where can everybody
I'm happy
find
we
you?
finally made it happen.
Yes. Oh my God. Just real quick, so you messaged me earlier and said you wouldn't be able to with the time change. You didn't realize till about 8:30, and I was like, internally panicking. I'm like, oh my God, what do we do? And then the guest who was supposed to be on this slot called in at 8 accidentally, and I'm like, oh my God, this is perfect. Perfect.
So it was funny.
It was fate. It was fate.
Yes.
It was funny because when that guest called in, like, I'm looking at our schedule and I'm like,
Yeah.
Josh, like, you're not supposed to call him for 8:30. Rob's
Yeah.
like, no, he's good. I'm like,
Slim's
oh,
like,
okay.
yeah,
I was like, did I fuck up? Like, did I not get a message? What happened here?
The stars aligned for
Very much.
for the show.
Very much so. Very much so. But no, yeah, thank you guys so much. I'm happy we were able to make it happen. Everyone can find me, at Zariah Ara on Twitter. I also have a allmylinks.com/Zariah Ara, and that one has my Instagram, my TikTok, my bookings, all of it. So everyone can find me through there, and on OnlyFans and all that fun stuff.
Cool, absolutely. And everybody, like, I just want to say, like, you're super great to communicate with. Just on Twitter when we first connected, I asked you if you'd do an interview. You were like, yes. You are super responsive and super cool to talk to.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys very much. It's been a pleasure to talk to you guys and get to know you, and hopefully meet at some point or whatever, so thank you so much.
Absolutely. Have a great night.
You too, my loves. Bye.
Bye, Zariah.